Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be making another drawing my icons video. I normally try and space these like series out so there's not like two of the same type of video in a row. But I thought this would be fun. I had a lot of trouble with this drawing. I'm still not very happy with it, but I'll talk about that later. So let's get into the video. I started out by roughly sketching in where everything would be, like where the head would be, the body, the guitar, because the guitar is very important. I had a lot of this little small dilemma. The only photos of Damiano I could find in a decent position with a guitar was when it was in black and white for some reason. Oh, I don't think I mentioned in the intro, I'm drawing Damiano David from Maneskin. So I could only find a black one. So I used a black one and I got another photo for colours, kind of made up the guitar colours and what he was wearing, and then used different reference photos. So there was that small problem. Another problem was, which I struggled a lot with, the face. I am so sorry. It is so bad. I still hate it, but it gets a bit better. I can get the shape right, can get the nose right, can get the mouth right. The eyes weren't working, I was struggling. The rest of the body didn't seem to give me much problem. I kind of sketched out, the hands were fine, the guitar was fine, but the face, and the hair a bit, but the face. Yeah. So a lot of the time with these videos, I have one reference photo, I'm just kind of drawing that, and it's generally pretty easy. But this time, I swear, I wanted to give up, like 90% of the time. I was almost in tears, it was so hard. It was the face, and like, thing is, sorry I'm moving around in my chair, this is probably incredibly irritating for you. It'll stop soon. Okay, let me explain. So, obviously, Damiano is quite an attractive person. He's quite good looking and everything. And generally, the people I draw, these icons, they are quite good looking. But I don't know what it was about. Maybe the way he was smiling in the reference photo, how hard it was to see what the reference photo was because it was like black and white. It was the tilt of the head. I don't know what it was, but his face was so hard to draw, and I was so fed up. By the time I got onto painting, I'd already spent about an hour, even more, like an hour and a half, possibly 2 hours, sketching this out, redrawing it, switching off the camera, redrawing it a couple more times, switching back on, and then redrawing it, moving around, trying to get a different angle, and it just so frustrating. Obviously, I do not have all the footage because I had to cut out quite a large amounts of footage because it was just boring because I was just doing the same thing over and over again. Rubbing out, redrawing the face. Or sometimes like small other things, but mainly the face. And then also I had to somehow I had like about 3 or 4 hours of footage, even with cutting out those parts. And I had to fit it into a 15-minute video. So I'm just kind of like, I've sped up all the footage so much. I think it's like, because the way, I use Premiere Pro for editing, and to speed up footage, you kind of do it like, so the normal is 100, the speed is 100. To make it slower, you can make it like under 100, so you can make it like times 50 or something. I think half of these clips are played back at a speed of like 1,000 or something like that, which is quite a lot. But otherwise, it would be over 50. It would be over like half an hour, and I'm just like, nope, because normally it's like I do it 200 or 300, sometimes 500 if there's a lot of it, but this time, I swear to God, it's like 1,000 or something like that for most of the clips. So it doesn't look that fast, I don't think. I mean, some of the clips are quicker than others, so it can look fast in some of the shots, sometimes not that fast. But one of the things that irritated me about it is that I spent so much time sketching and putting so much effort, and no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't get this face right. And I still can't get the face right. Even at the end of the video, the face still doesn't look great. And by the end, I was running out of time to actually film this because I had a very selective, short amount of time. Well, I mean, I had, I think, about 4 hours to finish drawing this thing before I needed to edit. And no, I just didn't have time. So I didn't shade as much as I would have liked to, because normally I try to put in a lot of shading, a lot of thought into this. But yeah, this is also kind of a whim thing. I wasn't originally going to do this. I was originally going to try and get another idea for this video, because as I said in the beginning, I had already done a drawing my icons last week, which I love that video. Like the actual art that came out at the end, I was actually pretty happy with it last time. Sadly, this is not the case this time. It was kind of this time was a bit of a failure. I'm really not happy with it. But yeah, I wanted to get another idea, but like I couldn't think of something that I could execute well in the now 2 hours left of time, because like I had already spent 2 hours and I was thinking about it, like I need to get a new idea. Did not have enough time to do it, didn't know what to draw, and also these videos, like, even though not very many people watch these, I still want them to be like interesting videos in a way. Like I want to have like an interesting title, and it's like, oh, watch this, it's interesting. But like I couldn't think of any subjects to do. Like I was thinking maybe I could do like drawing things in Pada, but like what? There's a lot of things in Pada, and to pick something to do, then I need to actually do it. It's a lot of work, and I had already spent so much time, and there was just like, if I don't start now, I'm not going to have time later. But then also like, maybe if I keep trying, it could actually work. And then I was like, well, maybe I could just do a video of the failure. It's like, oh look, this is me completely failing to do something. And then I realized I have a lot of videos like that, so it's going to make a big difference anyway. But yeah, by this time I was like, I'm fed up with doing sketch, right? As best as it's going to get, it's not going to get better. It's just gonna get worse. So I've rubbed out that area so much, it's kind of ripping the paper at this point. So I mixed up a colour, and on camera this looks more green than I intended it to look. I might try and edit this, but I kind of mixed up a bluey black colour kind of thing. And yes, I did not add legs in. This is not because I was lazy, totally not. Actually, my reference photo, you can actually see the legs. So I was like, I can't deal with creating legs, so it's just gonna have to be the torso and then the guitar. And then like, do something for the background. I wasn't very creative for the background. But am I ever? No. And I was like, oh, maybe I can fix this face. Let's try again. And I keep trying, and it's just so frustrating. Yeah, I'm complaining a lot here. It's just so frustrating. Also, I wasn't actually sure what the tattoo across his chest says. I couldn't read it very well, and I mean, I could have looked up. Surely someone's probably written. There's probably information on the internet, but like, I didn't think about that, so I kind of pretended that the blazer is actually covering more of the tattoo than it actually is, because in the photo, you can see much more of the tattoo than you can in this drawing. But then, to be fair, my drawing is not accurate at all. There's so many mistakes. There's just the skin tone isn't even properly correct. I had blush because it didn't look great anyway. There's only 4 strings in the guitar at the end because like I couldn't deal with it anymore. I just 4 strings are enough. I don't even know. I'm not actually sure how many frets there is in the guitar head. I kind of just make it up so how many look okay. So lol, there's not enough of them. Also, the hair looks kind of flat on one side, kind of more bushy on the other in the photo, and I did not do a great job of doing that. His hair's kind of wavy, and I can't draw wavy hair. Should I maybe have just ditched the guitar and found a decent photo, or a better photo? The photo's good, but it's not good enough to use a reference photo because it's kind of blurry and hard to see. Should I try and find a better reference photo and done something different? But I really wanted it to be consistent now. All of these, the guitar, photo of him kind of standing. Well, I mean, one of Kurt, the first one I did, he's sitting down. But basically, microphone stand, guitar, and some rock legend. That is the requirement for the series. And yeah, this one was a bit of a failure. Maybe next. I do actually have one on my laptop, which I will be posting in a few weeks. And it's actually pretty decent, I think. So I'll be posting that one soon. After I figure out what I'm doing next week, because I don't want to put them beside each other. That's my phone going off. So yeah, I was nearly finished. So I decided to put in a background, and I didn't know what to put in, and a lot of the time I kind of just put colour or something. And this time I was like, well, for Eurovision, Damiano was wearing red, so was the rest of the band. So I put red splotches in the background. Not much thought. Then I tried to add in the whites of his eyes, like his teeth and things like that. And yeah. Sorry. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye!